I'm Scott Al Miller. It's the 3rd of July 2022 and I am filming here in Antigua, Guatemala. Welcome to my vlog of daily life in Central America. I am here in the Plaza Mayor in the main square of Antigua, the most touristy city in Guatemala. I'm going to turn around so you can see the gorgeous fountain we've got going on right behind me. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of people out. This is Sunday, and today is our absolute final day in Guatemala, which makes me very sad because I am loving it here, and suddenly they are blasting unnecessarily loud music in the square, so I have to move on. I had to walk several blocks away. It was so loud just to be able to get to a point where I could record again. So this morning, Valentina and I got up and we went shopping because Yvonne is meeting with Itzhak and they went out for coffee or whatever. So Valentina and I hung out at the hotel a little bit, and then we went out just to explore. We went exploring the markets, looking for food. Really couldn't find what she was looking for. So that was kind of fruitless. So we kind of gave up and ended up going to the Cafe Condesa on the main square, which of course is a little bit expensive, but her stepmother had said, you got to go here, it's really good. She came here when she was backpacking long ago. So we went there, and that was really nice. And it started to rain, but it wasn't too heavy. So after we did a long leisurely breakfast, we went out and explored the city a little bit more, did some shopping, and I managed to finish up my shopping for the girls. Today, Liesel's the only one I had not managed to find something for. I'd found some things for Dominica, I found little things for Liesel and Luciana, and then I found a big thing for Luciana as well, all by yesterday. And today Liesel was the only one left on my list because she's harder to shop for. So we did that, and Valentina helped me because something to be aware of. And this is true everywhere in the region, so this has nothing to do with Antigua, but the gringo pricing is extreme. As a gringo, I would pay about 180 quetzales for something that Valentina, who's also considered a gringa because she's from Mexico, so she's seen as wealthy foreigner here, she was only paying 50, and potentially if you're local, you'd be paying between 30 and 40. So the price differences are huge, and the gouging can be extreme, so just be aware. And now we did find that if you go just north of the arch on the right, there's a place called Nimpot. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it reads like Nimpot. And that's a large artisan warehouse, I will call it. It feels like a warehouse. If you go in there, they don't have salespeople who are quoting you a different price depending on what you look like. So all of the local markets, any place you go that has someone calling you in, you're walking through a market, there's lots of different places, all the places on the street, all of them have pricing based on who you are, right? You're haggling, you're asking, there's no marked prices. So if you're from North America, if you're from Europe, you're going to be paying literally 300 or 400% of what a local would pay. Not that locals will be in those shops very often, but sometimes they are. And locals meaning someone from Guatemala City, someone from Quetzaltenango, something like that. Obviously, people from Antigua are not shopping in those markets. And so, but if you go into Nimpot, which is right in the center of town and a very pricey location, you can go in and all of their prices are pre-marked, so everybody pays the same. And while it's probably not the cheapest that you could get, it is actually really reasonable and on the lower end of what you could find anywhere. So I actually would recommend that. They have the biggest selection that I know of. Pretty much everywhere has the exact same stuff. Everyone will say they've got a special selection or whatever. They don't. Trust me, you go all over the city and there's very few things that are unique. It is the same t-shirts, the same painted things, the same bracelets, and you know, it's everywhere. And this is true in everywhere. Again, not an Antigua thing. Go to Barcelona, we found this in 2019 when I went with my nieces. We went to no fewer than 30 souvenir shops over a period of days, and they just went from one to another over and over again. Every single shop had the exact same selection. So once you went to 2 or 3, there was nothing new to be found. You might get different prices, but only by a little bit. So here, same thing, pretty much anywhere. But if you go to Nimpot, they have the largest selection. They have some unique things simply because they're so large, but you're going to get a good price, as far as I can tell, across the board. Not the best, but good. There's no gringo pricing going on. So that's, I think, a really valuable tip, because almost everyone wants some kind of souvenir from here, and that's a way that you can get one if you don't have. I have Yvonne and Valentina with me, so they're like, what thing do you want? And they will go around a corner, get a price on it, and then I'll come around the corner and pay for it, and then I'm getting reasonable prices. But if you don't have a resource who can pass as someone who's relatively local, you're not going to be able to do that. So it's worth having knowledge of a place that you can go to be able to shop reasonably. So we did that, found everything for everybody, and then that was kind of it. We were like, oh, let's walk around a little bit. We did a little bit of walking, did a little tiny bit of like window shopping. We did go in this place early this morning. Really cool shop, but nothing that we needed, maybe books and stuff. And then we headed back to the hotel just to chill. We're like, let's drop off all of our stuff, do a little bit, and then we'll head out. Yvonne was there waiting. She was already done with lunch, but everybody's really looking at me as they go by. I'm quite surprised. Like, this is Antigua. Everybody YouTubes here, and like every person's like hanging out of windows and staring right at me and stuff. It's a little bit weird. So she was waiting for us at the hotel, just waiting at the hotel. So we all went in and hung out for a little bit, and then I decided I needed to catch up on all my videos for the week because this is my last chance to offload the GoPro. The GoPro is unable to upload at any point on this trip, so everything that's on the GoPro I have to unload using Valentina's adapter, and she is leaving in a couple hours, so I've got to get everything done before she leaves so that I have any chance of editing and getting them uploaded. So it is currently 3:30. They are still in the hotel room. I'm heading back there now. I should have been back already, but I had to walk all over to get away from the incredible noise in the main plaza. And it is 3 hours until Valentina gets picked up by my driver, Selbin, who took me to Guatemala City last week. He's gonna take her to the same hotel tonight, and she is flying out tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Yvonne and I need to get some sleep because we are going to the bus at 1 o'clock in the morning. So in, wow, less than 12 hours. We're down to 10 hours from now. Is that possible? That's terrible. 10 hours to go until we got to get up to go to the airport, or to go to the bus. We're going to be on a bus that goes all night. It's expected to arrive at about 11 o'clock on Monday night. So wow, that's a lot again. And then I have just enough time to sleep, and I have a 9:30 bus to San Juan del Sur on Tuesday morning. So the next 2 days are going to be really, really hard for me, but I'm heading out, and luckily that bus is only about 5 hours. So by Tuesday early afternoon, I should be in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua with Brian, who is flying into Costa Rica on Tuesday morning. I think I'm actually gonna beat him down there. All right, wow, it's a lot going on, and I'm gonna get this done, so I'm gonna go ahead and post all of this, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave your comments below.